The war drums are beating! Yes! They urge us on to find the shards of the mirror and restore this fallen town to its natural state. Now, I think first thing we want to hit is the temple. Sirs, I'm gonna look behind the castle. You know what? Castle looks a lot bigger from the inside or from the outside. That doesn't make sense. But then again, there is a lot of magic here, so maybe it does make sense. Anyway, let's go to the temple. I think that's over here. Oh, there's still dryers in front of it. Well, we can kill them before we head in. Oh yes, we really want to get that vampire regeneration. Ha-ha! Ow! He hit me! That son of a bitch! I'll rip him to pieces. Well, actually, I should say that in Dar's voice. Alrighty then. I guess this is the temple. Doesn't look very temple-y, but honestly. See, there's one problem with this whole... I don't know what I just did. I pulled off my clothes. Well, that just happened. Pulling off one's clothes. Yeah, sometimes I like to air things out. You know, the mummified arm, it can get a little bit funky in that armor. Ew. Oh well. One thing I have with this whole story about this mod is that this was an elven town that was teleported underground. Why don't the buildings at all look elven in any way? So yeah, that's probably a limitation of the mod. Since yeah, they just have tile sets and this is the Underdark tile set, so normal elven buildings wouldn't make much sense, but still. This in no way looks like a Navariel temple. This barely looks like an orc lair. Anyways, let's go in and see what happens. I am going to save here, as I think this might be a tough one. From what I remember, it's all green. Ah, he looks cool for a blue-haired winged sissy boy.
Hello there. I am over.
Ooh.
Perhaps you should.
You suddenly feel weak and nauseous as your body is gripped with a raging fever. The priest studies you with a calculating eye, as if analyzing the strange affliction that has come over you. You have been touched by Talona, my child. No doubt you can feel the fever raging inside of you. The goddess of disease and poison has laid her hands on you. Wait, I did not give consent! You really are evil. Whatever you did to me, you better undo it right now! I'm not the one who has done this to you, though I have the means to remove this sickness. No, it's Talona herself who has laid her mark upon you. My name is Mamethrirar, the Rotting. Once I served Edri Femnia, the Winged Lady, but now I bow to the Mistress of Poisons. As you can see, I've converted this temple to honor my new patron. Talona has chosen you for a trial. She has infected you with her burning essence, and the only way to be free from this sickness is to prove yourself worthy. Or maybe I'll just kill you instead. The priest nods his head. Attacking a servant of Talona in her temple devoted to the goddess herself will prove your worth, though there are less difficult challenges for you to take. No, I think Dar would just kill him here. Well, let's tell me of this challenge, because that probably nets us more experience points. Behind me is a trial area. Pull one of the chains and you will be transported into the arena. Each chain summons a different minion of Talona for you to battle against. If you survive the combat, you will prove yourself worthy of life. When you return to me to claim your promised reward, I will wait for you when you complete the challenge. Alright then, but maybe I will kill you later. So, a pull chain, let's see what happens. I get teleported. Then teleport a diseased troll. How nice. I do want this loot. Helmet +4, definitely worth a grab.
I am overburdened.
Oh.
Perhaps you should bear some of my...
Well, we won't have to walk far anyway. Priest has a sly smile on his face as you approach. I see now why Talona chose to test you. You are very strong. Even wrecked with illness, you have completed this stage of the trial. But your journey has only just begun. You must enter the trial arena yet again, and the disease that wrecks you now will get progressively worse as you go through each stage. Each stage? You never said anything about multiple stages. I get way too much plague in this playthrough. First the cards, now this. I'm going to vomit up on the screen and then you can't watch anymore. The priest shrugs. Do we choose what illness or disease will plague us? Do we choose how many stages the affliction must progress through before we emerge from its deadly grasp? Careful, boss! This guy not plays fair! This may be a trap, but it seems you have little choice there. You have only felt the beginning of Stallona's fever. To prove yourself, you must feel the full fury of the advancing disease. You have no choice but to continue with your challenges. Fine, I'm ready for the next stage of the challenge. A sadistic gleam enters the priest's eye. Remember, the sickness in your veins will grow progressively worse. As before, pull one of the chains when you are ready to enter the trial arena. Bastard. Ugh. I'll just vomit all over my enemies that you believe are enough for them. A dire spider.
Prepare to become one.
The thing is, I don't think these diseases do much to reduce my AC, so as long as I have that high up, I should be alright here. The priest has a sly smile on his face as you approach. I see now why Talona chose to test you. You're very strong, yes, you already said this. You've completed the second stage of Talona's trials, but there's still a long way to go before you are free of the lady's grasp. Are you ready for the next stage? How many stages are there before I rip your throat out? The priest considers it answered. It depends on the strength of the individual in the challenge. You must be pushed to your very limits before you can prove yourself. You are very powerful. For you there will be several stages. 5, I think. Though I cannot say that for sure. Not that you have a choice if you wish to be free of this affliction. Oh, fine. So far this has been pathetically easy, even if I feel like crap. Remember, yes, the sickness will get progressively worse. Let's do this again. What do we have? Another disease troll.
Draws nigh.
Oh, I'm starting to miss now. That's unfortunate. I still think I'm... Yeah, there we go. I have a +10 axe, don't you know? I confess, I did not expect you to survive this far. The fever that grips you now is enough to kill most, yet you have survived both fever and battle. I am interested to see how much farther you'll get. I'll go as far as I need to, or I'll just rip your throat out. Start the next stage. Yeah, remember, sadistic gleam, blah blah blah. Here we go. So far, no challenges. Another. I think that doesn't get harder. I think that just depends on what chain you pull, actually. I would hope a disease troll is not good at regenerating. Oh well, doesn't matter. We are badass. There's only one stage left, though I wonder if you'll be able to survive it. The pallor of disease colors your skin, and the sweet stench of the rotting grave is in your breath. That's not actually anything to do with the disease. That's pretty normal. I need to wash again. Maybe use some embalming fluid on my arm and everything like that. Oh. Well, you've come farther than most, but Telona's fever has ripped away your strength and power. You are a shell of what you once were. I doubt you can survive the final trial. If I find out you betrayed me, I'll kill you anyway. I am strong, you are weak, little man. I won't betray you, though you can't really be sure, can you? The fever is in your brain, your thoughts swim in confusion, the trials drain your very spirit, you are falling into doubt and despair. Many think Telona can only affect the body, but now you understand she attacks the mind and spirit as well. Now you understand her true power, but will this help when you survive the final stage? I don't need help to survive the final stage. Start it! Let's pull the back chain. Since the second one summoned spiders, this one summons trolls. Ah, a ghoul. Ghouls can be annoying, but they shouldn't be a big threat against undead master like myself. Poison and disease kill the unworthy and they cull the weak and leave only the strong behind. By surviving Telona's trials, you have proven yourself worthy of life. The priest bows in a show of respect. You have earned the reward I have promised you. The mirror shard and a cure for your affliction. This artifact can cleanse the spirit of Telona's fever. But I hope you'll take a lesson from this experience well. Pestilence and poison makes us weak, but it also reveals our strength. Only those are worthy to survive, while the unworthy are swept away. Some questions before I kill you. You have earned that right. What is it that you wish to know? How did you come to serve this Telona? Before we ended up here in the Underdark, I followed Neverwinter, goddess of birds, winds and air, but somehow it didn't feel right to follow her living beneath the earth. I'm not sure why I devoted myself to Telona. The priest closed his eyes for a second and trying to remember. I recall being disgusted by Neverwinter and everything she stood for. I can't believe you could reject your god. No matter what the circumstances, you are a priest! You don't want to talk, Nathira. You switch the gods you worship. But I am not a priest! It's not the same thing! A priest should be more forgiving of the god they worship. Oh, well, some strong feelings there. On the contrary, as a priest, my faith must be absolute. If I have any doubts about the gods I serve, how can I continue to worship without being a hypocrite? The priest fixes his knowing eye on Nathira. My own conversion was not much different than yours, I suspect. I realized my old beliefs were wrong. The crisp, clean air, the soaring mountains suddenly offended me. I yearned for the cloying decay of pestilence and disease. Telona seems a logical choice. And you don't think that's kind of odd to have that suddenly change? There are many things in this world that I find odd. Many things about my life I cannot explain. But when I find myself troubled by such things, I turn to my faith. Your faith has become a perversion of the faith you are supposed to be. We are meant to draw strength and peace from our gods, from the gods we worship. I let my thoughts dwell upon the scarred face of my goddess. I let the decay of her rotting embrace envelop me, and I find peace. What else should we ask? Honestly, I'm not that interested. Shut. Yes, I think.
Hello there.
Actually, I've decided to kill you. Because, you know... Oh fuck, I still have that whole disease thing! Quickly now, use it on myself, else I'm doomed.
I am overburdened.
Now I'm good.
Bear some of my load.
I shouldn't be overburdened. Now we're stomping him real good. Oh yeah. That's what you get for messing with me. Woohoo, what does he have? Vestments of Faith. That's not bad. 5 soaking damage, only usable by good. Well, that's a miss in our party. More dragon slippers. Decent belt. And another Staff of Ascension. Well, it's worth a bunch at least. I wonder, did we get any evil points for this? I don't think so. Nope. Nope, this was a perfectly moral choice, even though he did not really choose to have his mind twisted and everything. So I would actually maybe reward some evil points for this. Because you know, if you fix this whole issue, that the people will go back to normal. He will be a good guy again. Don't care, he was mind controlled. Plus he messed with me. I do not like to be messed with.
I cannot.
I think this area is a pretty locked off.
I cannot.
Because this is kind of a standard setup, is there? Well, we got one shot, on to the next. I think we'll go hit the library. I think that'll be a good next one. Oh no, what's not the library? The Wizard's Tower, that's it. Well, a Wizard's Tower is actually bound to have a library, since Wizard like their books and the scrolls and everything. Are there people coming? Yes, Deacon.
Deacon is writing epic tale and Deacon just wondering.
Yes.
Deacon wonders how boss wants to how he wants to be described.
How are you describing me now?
Well, I say use handsome human man. I always call you that when I not call you boss.
Oh, handsome. That's nice.
Really? But nobody recognized you from that description. Oh well, Deacon trying.
Was that an insult back in there? That kobold sometimes is way too clever with his insults. You're kind of getting smarter than me sometimes, and that's weird. Petir Trankthold! This winged elf wears the clothing of wizards. Though what a wizard would be doing simply standing on the streets is anyone's guess. He's not really standing in the streets, he's standing in a bloody cave. There's no streets here. He gives you a warm smile and a welcome wave. Hello there! We don't get too many visitors over here by the tower. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Petir Trankthold, the renowned Archmage. Or should I say former Archmage? Oh, well that's polite. I'm Dar the Fallen. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you, Dar the Fallen. I'm not sure what you're doing here, but if you think about going into the tower behind me, I'd strongly advise against it. Why would that be? I once dwelled within this very tower. Once I realized the error of my ways and abandoned all my magical research. I can tell you from personal experience it was a very dangerous place. Like any wizard's home, my tower is filled with a variety of nefarious traps, deadly monsters, and fairly standard stuff, but there's one thing that makes my tower somewhat unusual. I cast powerful enchantments throughout the tower that can twist magic itself, making it react in strange ways. Be warned, my friend, spells cast inside the tower could have unexpected results. So it's a bloody wild magic zone. Oh, great. And of course my apprentice is still there somewhere, seeking out the secrets that I have best left uncovered. He has chosen to continue the work that I left behind. So why did he give up on magic? I used to be obsessed with the power of magic. I burned with the desire to master the arcane arts. Nothing else mattered to me. I abandoned my fellow Bavaria and locked myself away in this tower. But when the town was moved from the Lost Peak into this underground cavern, something I had nothing to do with, I assure you, I had a revelation. What use is the most powerful spell if you're locked away for years to perfect it? I'd rather be a simple man with friends and a life than a powerful wizard in self-imposed exile. Unfortunately, my apprentice didn't see things my way. He decided to devote himself to the life I left behind. He locked himself away in the tower. Tell me about this apprentice. Do I need to kill him? The ex-wizard sighs. He used to be such a good boy, obedient, respectful of others. I must confess I never appreciated him for what he was. But now he's changed. When I gave up the magician's life, he embraced it. Strange light-colored smoke pour from the tower from time to time. So I know he's trying some bizarre and dangerous experiments. I can't understand what happened to him. He just became obsessed with magic. Maybe it had something to do with the broken piece of the magic mirror I gave him. I'm looking for those pieces, actually. Oh yes? Well, the mirror shards. Yes, the mirror shard, shortly after we arrived in the Underdark. And I promise I know nothing about how that happened. I found a single piece of glass out here in the street. I could see it had magical properties, but I've given up the arcane art, so I've little use for such trinkets. I gave the mirror shard to my apprentice. He's becoming quite interested in such things recently. Okay, goodbye. Oh yes, of course. You have things to do, I'm sure. Well, off you go. This is actually... What does this look like? Oh yes, this does... No, don't want to talk with Deacon. This does look like kind of an epic tower. Cool. This could be a Sauronian base.
Evil shall not prevail.
Oh. We have a bunch of drow. It seems to be... We seem to have a bunch of demons all around. And things exploding. How fun. Why do the drow shout evil? Well, maybe they are twisted with magic too. Because I don't think drows would scream evil should not prevail. I may need to tell my companions not to cast spells. And there's a bloody Baylor there. That's scary. I just suddenly have a chain around my neck. What in the bloody hell is going on here? Let's get that cleric down, as she's messing up badly. No, stop, Deacon. Actually, why am I sticking and having bugs all around me? Well, this is fun, I guess. Yeah, Deacon, here's a tip. Let's see. Maybe we should have... Why is there a cow there? This is craziness. Oh, that's wild magic for you. That's why you don't have wild mages in the party. Suddenly they're casting a spell and suddenly a cow falls on top of you. That happens, don't you know? Tactics? Let's all have them not cast spells.
Yes, is there
Athera,
something you need?
not cast spells. Hopefully they'll follow this advice. But from what I've seen, they are very disobedient to AI. So this place is just filled with demons, yes. Lol. Anyways, I'll kill all these demons. They don't seem to be that big of a threat. Hopefully we'll get to the apprentice the next episode, and then the last few mirror shards. I'm hoping to finish this town off next episode, so till then.